What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And I want to say thank you guys, man, for supporting the page. Those of you guys who've hit the Streamlab up, I appreciate all the love and support you guys have done. You guys have made a difference. Leaving me messages, I appreciate it. And definitely, thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate that. Um, and for you guys who are new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can get your notifications. Hopefully, I'm working on this end to make sure that happens. And definitely want to support my Cash App is Carcino, Karceno. That's about it. Oh yeah, if you want to hit the Streamlab up, that's in the description box where it says donate. Hit that button and it's on. Now that we've gone through all the particulars, all the appreciation and thanks, let's get to the next level, shall we? The next level is here, baby. It's here. Now, Joe Budden. Joe Budden. Is Joe bitter? That's what people ask me all the time. Joe Budden's a hater, man. When you see a hater, call him Joe Budden. Ice trade the game. Ice trade the game. Ice trade the game. I'm like, yeah, ice trade the game. Is Joe a hater? Or is he being truthful? That's where I'm at right now. I feel Joe Budden's being very truthful and honest in the statements that he's making. I believe Joe Budden and his infinite wisdom is being truthfully honest. To be, you know, to be truthful. I feel in his heart of hearts, this is his honest opinion. Joe Budden right now is comfortable. So I don't see him having a position to really be jealous of an artist. Now, here's something that Joe Budden said that was incredibly shocking when he said 2019 has been one of the worst years of music in a long time. You know, hey, Rory Mal, I'm going to tell you like this. I think 2019 is one of the worst years in hip hop. I mean, seriously, seriously. Let's look at all the music that's come out in 2019. It's been trash, trash, trash. So basically, his statements and opinions get to people. It gets under people's skins. It definitely gets to record producers. And everything that they say on that show is held up under a microscope where if anybody hears it, they go, oh, way, oh, everybody jumps up out their skin because Joe Budden said it. And he has a lot of viewers. And he used to be on an internet show called Everyday Struggle. Now the Joe Budden podcast. And when you got when you have people that put things together in such a format, this is the outcome from said format. People are always in search of something and they don't know what it is that they're looking for. So when you see the parameters switch daily, you're like, man, this thing is always switching because they are told and it's profitable for them to talk about what's going on in the world today. that makes no sense to anyone else in the world. Like, they'll sit there and talk about people who albums are not even out. They talk about Kardashian. They talk about Travis Scott. They talk about Offset and Cardi. People who are not putting out albums. And then they become trending topics that everybody in the world has to talk about. Meanwhile, this year was the return of the old hip hop. You saw Little Brother come back. Black Moon just dropped an album. Everybody from the old school era was putting out records this year and putting out albums, putting out music. They were even back in the booth. Some of them was even on the Breakfast Clubs and Hot 97s. And people just omitted them and went right by them and kept moving. They're the ones doing these shows and touring. You saw one of the greatest shows ever when the Hieroglyphics crew got back together and toured with Casual out there doing this thing. They just had a reunion tour from the Third Eye Blind album. I'm like, man, listen. It's not my fault that people were asleep. I tried. I made videos. You guys didn't want to watch them. And it's not that all the music that came out was bad in 2019. It wasn't. You saw Nas come out with a great album. It's just that now, because of streaming, because of streaming, people's attention span don't stay with an album that long. Unless it's continuously being marketed and pushed down their throat. They only listen to an album now for about a week. Unless there's one song that they gravitate to. This is the era of songs and not albums. Because your whole album is charting on Billboard. Now, when does that ever happen? Every single on your album now charts because of streaming. Which means that there's an opportunity for it to be manipulated. Just like before, when people used to buy records, now people buying their Billboard spot. Remember on How High when Redman? Like, you don't when you pay for your Billboard spot. So now people are starting to see it. They're waking up. They're going, wow, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. So I don't blame Joe Budden for what Joe Budden is saying. Joe is making a statement that today's music that's been coming out, a lot of it this year has been the same song. You know, I'm seeing them playing songs from last year. There's been no real standout album this year that you could say, man, from the newer artists to make you say, man, this is where it's at. Everybody's songs basically sound the same. You know, last night this guy was gonna choke the DJ if he didn't play Baby on Baby. Man, play Baby on Baby. I want to hear Baby on Baby. Baby on Baby. Baby on Baby. I'm like, okay, this dude, I mean, Baby on Baby for him is the song. Now, I like Baby on Baby. That's a nice song. I mean, I could listen to that. But the majority of it is all same sounds. Nobody wants to take risks to be creative. Everybody want to have something. I mean, the one guy actually said, yeah, this sound like that Migos joint. Listen to this one. I got that Migos. This sound like one of the Migos joints. Listen to this. I'm like, dude, why do you want to make something that sound like the Migos? Why don't you make something that sound like you? Just saying. What's with this Migo? We gotta find something to sound like the Migos. Find something to sound like you. That's all I'm saying. Well, you gotta put everything in perspective at this point, and and go, okay, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the whole world is changing with music. Everybody is getting record deals who can't rap, who can't really make music. But but if you look at the angles and you look at everything involved in the situation, you start saying to yourself, are we being overcritical to the news artists of today? I have never been. I always tell people that they disagree with me up and down. The Migos are three of the most creative people when they are working together. I like their music together more than them apart. Takeoff is the best rapper out of the group. Offset Quavo is the creativity, and Offset is the superstar. That's just how it is. He's that rough, rugged rhymer that's gonna talk about them hoes and everything else. That's Offset. But he the superstar of the group. But Takeoff is the best rapper. But together, that unit, they're talented. Now, Little Yachty was hated. And I'm one of the only people that really never hated on Lil Yachty. His music isn't for me. But I don't call it hip hop. Well, I don't call it rap. It's just another version of hip hop. But what he's doing to me is not rap. It's something entirely different. And people like it. Some people like it. Some of the young people, skateboarders, they like it. He's found his niche. Let him be great at what he do. He's sounding like him. I'm like, I don't know who he's trying to be, but he's being himself. Let him have his niche. Instead, y'all put him on the show, ripped him down, trying to make him sound like nothing. Now nobody want to buy his records because everybody dissing him. And I felt that was unfair. I felt like he didn't get a fair shot. Because the guy didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? All he did was make music that some people liked. And that's it. See, when people are being real and being themselves, you guys got to start, appreciating things a little bit more. And what they say on these podcast shows, kind of dangerous. Like when he said, well, Cardi, I don't think she's into the music no more. She's more into other things. She's not really hip hop right now, and all these type of things can mess up people's position. You see Nicki Minaj is trying to maneuver and work with her new marketing team and get her in this new thing that she's doing. All right, we'll see how that work out. But I have zero problems with anything that Joe Budden is saying. That's his opinion. To me, it's been a return of some of the old school hip hop, the nostalgic, because people are getting exhausted with the same sounding music. And in 2019, that's all we really got. You saw Lil Kim just come back and put up a performance. She shut down the BET. She shut down the BET Awards. Lil Kim did. Now, I'm still listening to her album because I want to take time to listen to it before I make an opinion. But I'm trying to think, when has Lil Kim put out a bad album? Now, people can talk about Lil Kim album ain't sold and all this stuff, dude. I'm talking about, is it worth buying? I will let you know that. But if you want my opinion so far off the first rip, I haven't made it all the way through the album, but from what I heard, it's worth buying. So definitely you have that on your hands. But she knows how to entertain. Most people get on the stage, they don't know how to entertain. And people made timeless music. The song she made that Biggie wrote and the other songs that whoever wrote, the thing she did is timeless. She can do that Quiet Storm remix verse, all about the Benjamins verse. Her verses are better than people's albums and songs. She can promote them over and over and come back. And you see LL Cool J get a deal to come back to Def Jam. They re-signed DMX. So it's a lot of things transpiring right now that they're bringing back the old rappers because people are getting exhausted with the new guys. And hopefully, people will wake up and want to be creative again. But I blame a lot of the record companies for this because you guys are giving contract to these guys who are not creative. You're looking for someone to make songs to mimic someone else. We have to have a little bit of backbone when we're making these decisions. So y'all tell me what you think. Do you agree with Joe Budden that 2019 has been the worst year for music? I think it's been just about the same as it's always been, except for now we got more selection. I respect his opinion though. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Don't forget to click the description box. There's some videos there for you guys. And thanks for listening. I'm out.